And we're live here on KrakenQuest. Zeitgeist, the Gears of Revolution, a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition campaign. We're back. A dinosaur story. Or a bird story?
Well, fairy is a raptor, kinda.
A detective
Birds
story?
are dinosaurs.
Uh-huh.
A constable story. Yeah, that works. Anyway, here we are. A little bit later in the week, this week, but all ready to go. With me, as always, is Sam playing Jack.
Opening line not found. Abort retry.
Well, at least you have error handling. Catherine playing Mina.
I think I got pizza sauce on my headphone cord. Hi! The Snyder house is a mess today.
I cobbled together my setup within the last, 10 minutes, so you're probably fine. James playing Ilferi.
I, on the other hand, have my shit together. I cleaned my carpets an hour ago.
Your bed isn't even made.
It's not my bed.
It's still not made.
Whose bed is it, James?
It's the guest bed. This is the guest bedroom.
Why don't you stream from your...
Because I don't want my computer in my room. The end.
Okay.
And Carter playing Zeodor, the Dapper Dan.
Since my hair has stopped looking like it did in high school, I decided to wear one of my t-shirts from high school, lest anyone think that I've matured at all in the last decade.
Good plan.
Chris is perfectly clear, but we can hear his AC, and all of the rest of us are way quieter.
Okay, let me turn off the... I wasn't sure if that would get picked up or not, since with this new mic, things are further away. Let me turn you guys up and see if that's any better. People talk.
Hello.
So, I'm enjoying Last of Us 2 so far, but I don't know, things feel a little more forced or less natural than they did in the first one.
Can you talk about anything else but Last of Us 2?
I can talk about things that aren't Last of Us. Well, I can also talk about Last of Us 2. I know nothing
As we
about
literally
it.
finished playing,
So in The Last of Us 2, there's a secret mission where you unlock Yoda as a playable character.
It's true, I've really
only-
been looking forward to it.
But only if you bought the Xbox version, original Xbox version.
So do you get Spawn on the PS4?
so all of
Yeah,
us
exactly.
sound fine, but I still hear somebody's AC or fan, so
Oh.
it might be ours.
My computer.
Huh?
Maybe my computer.
There's another fan I had going. I forgot about it. Let's see if that's better now. Man, this thing is more sensitive than I thought it would be. I thought since it was directional, it might not pick that up. Is that any better?
I can't hear it.
I don't think it's you.
Oh, okay.
Hang on, let me
But our
mute
AC's
my
not
mic.
running either.
Let me see if it's somehow me.
I'll mute my mic too.
Oh!
Huh? Is it me?
It
Good.
disappeared twice, so I don't know if it was James or Carter.
Well, I muted
Nope.
myself for a second as well.
Is it back?
If it is me, then that means it's the entire AC for the house that's sitting behind me, and that means there's not much I can do.
Okay, then that's probably what it is.
You-
I'm like
is
30
it-
seconds behind, I'm sorry.
Is it?
I'm going on
really-
everyone's audio.
Is it really bad?
It definitely couldn't be me because, I
Is it-
can't hear
Is
air
it
conditioning or a fan.
noticeably bad, or?
It's just like a dull hum in the background. It's not super loud or terrible, but it's ever present.
That's annoying. I can turn up my noise gate, but it might cause me to some of my...
We can give it a shot.
if I'm not speaking directly into the mic. I could also maybe turn the compressor up.
I don't know what the compressor does.
It's supposed to capture a smaller range of sound. I think is the idea.
What is it squishing?
It makes remixes, largely of popular songs with European techno beats. It's suspected to be from Germany, but no one knows for sure because it hasn't revealed its identity
anymore.
Anyway, there was a dance artist a long time ago called Compressor.
Who remembers what happened last time on Zeitgeist?
Let's see. Zeodor and Ilferi got us lost in a bog.
Oh yeah, for like
and now I have to go
days.
fight a giant snake.
The map that Chris claimed was perfectly clear was apparently shit garbage, and it got us lost in.
Or
in a
someone
very cool
was holding
swamp.
it upside down, maybe? Question mark?
Unclear. Unclear. We'll never know. Science cannot tell us. And but we got lost in a very cool swamp for a while after we rode
Zeodor just
train.
wanted to stick around for a bit and see the sights.
Lots of almost spiders and almost alligators.
Desperately
like-
wanted to see if we could like find the Princess and the Frog going on somewhere in this swamp, so we could just watch it live.
I mean,
They're turning Splash Mountain into a...
Yeah, that's why it's on my mind.
Zeodor
really cool.
did not want to stay in that swamp, but not gonna lie, Carter totally wanted to stick around in that swamp and hang out for a bit.
Fair enough.
We also found out that magical bug insect repellent does not exist.
That's right.
and that boats are real rare. Magic boats are real rare.
Yeah, apparently.
Collapsible and reusable or otherwise.
Yep.
So you all arrived at the
Ziggurat.
entrance to the Ziggurat, or the you are now in front of the Ziggurat, I guess I could say.
Oh, right. Another important thing. Ilferi talked to a frog, and apparently the frog has been tripping for days.
Yeah.
Yes.
For
Well,
at least
many
4
sleeps.
At least 4 sleeps.
How often do
And-
frogs sleep?
You guys are putting
I'll
way
look it
too
up.
much into this whole frog thing. That wasn't an important thing that happened.
It was important now.
When you all got within sight of the temple, you all had a sense of vertigo. And for most of you, it passed pretty readily. Jack and Ilferi, it sticks around for you guys a little bit though. And until I say otherwise, you have a vulnerability to psychic damage.
Yikes.
Just
And-
like in
okay.
real life.
The one other thing at the end of the session was we were trying to figure out if we could make camp, and then you needed to figure something out. Do
I
we
just-
make camp? Rest?
I just figured it out.
A week and a half later.
Cool. Do we make camp and rest?
Well, let me describe what the camp that you arrive at looks like before you decide. Because when you arrive, there's evidence of the camp that the archaeologists had set up here. There are several items, equipment strewn about, and also several bodies.
Cool.
I mean, I think that Zeodor is sticking to plan meditate the second we hit the shore, so that everyone else can rest and at least one of us can be awake if something shows up.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
I'll stay up. I want to search the bodies and stuff
Okay.
and the equipment.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to fall asleep immediately.
I'm also gonna try to fall asleep.
Although I believe I have a level of exhaustion right now.
Yes.
That's
Okay.
why I'm trying to fall asleep.
I'm hoping I can get some sleep, but I will take first watch at the very least.
Got it.
Do elves still are elves still aware of their surroundings while meditating? Is that still a thing? I know there was a thing in 3.5. I can't remember if it's a thing in 5e.
It was in 4e.
I believe so. You probably should look at your... I think it's on your
I'm
character
trying
sheet.
to find it on my sheet right now. I was asking to see if anybody already knew.
I don't
Probably.
I don't play waifs, so no.
I'm not sure, but I do know that your long rest still takes 8 hours, but you have 4 hours that you can like do leisurely activities. So I don't know if that 4 hours where you're in trance counts as like out.
Elves don't need to
That's
sleep.
not
Instead,
what
they meditate
this says.
deeply, remaining semi-conscious for 4 hours per day. The common word for such meditation is trance. While meditating, you dream after a fashion. Such dreams are actually mental exercises that become reflexive while you practice. After resting this way, you gain the same benefit that a human does from 8 hours of sleep.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, it only takes 4 hours.
I
So
saw it
you're
online from a designer.
Semi-conscious. So... I think the idea is that if somebody were to call out your name, you would be able to respond.
So if Koku squawks, we're fine.
But I don't know if you're like your visual like I would imagine you have your eyes closed.
I mean, to me, I've always interpreted it as like it's everything around me becomes fuzzy, but I could still tell if like, you know, something starts growling near me, or
Sure,
if, you know,
yeah.
large things are nearby.
Right.
So like a disadvantage on perception or something.
Yeah, that sort of thing. So, I mean, we could just all sleep. Because then for 4 hours we would be slightly more vulnerable while Zeodor is meditating. But then for the other 4 hours, we would be okay.
I'll take a watch while you're asleep, just so we have someone keep an eye out for us, because Ilferi is very. Sorry, let me fucking in character. I'm a little concerned about this place. There's a lot going on, and I'd rather at least someone be aware of what's going on. Like I'll stay awake. I need to look at the stars anyways, if I can.
It's 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
There's still stars.
Depends on when
Right.
the sun comes up.
I mean, there is one star at least.
It's autumn.
It is fall. How far from the equator are we?
Are we like
According to this map, yeah, I think you are kind of, because it is a tropical region.
I mean, either way, Zeodor's not part of this conversation because his plan was like start meditating the instant we hit shore.
I'm guessing the question, how close to the equator are we, isn't in character.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, great, we have a druid in here. Hey, druid, how close to the equator are we?
I
This
forgot
is why you
that
brought me
spell.
along?
Druidcraft might be able
anyway.
to do that, but fuck that spell.
Irregardlessly,
Ugh.
what are we doing? Now that I have your attention.
I'm
Okay.
asleep.
Yeah, so Ilferi, you want to inspect the bodies?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a medicine check.
Okay. 5?
Cool. So there are 3 bodies, 2 men and 1 woman. You're pretty sure because they are human. So sometimes you forget what their parts look like. Apparently. They
It's on a guy or a girl?
they're all like sitting positioned around the campfire as if they died very suddenly. And you find it strange that they wouldn't have been cocooned or carried off by any of the animals in this area. You know, the spiders and the crocodiles and such.
Okay. Let's see. And then I want to inspect the equipment that's scattered around as well. See if there's anything that's actually like still usable.
Oh, one other thing that you would have noticed with that check is that the bodies have been shifted about. Clothes have been rifled through. Like there's some like pocket items just kind of strewn on the ground beside them, and like pockets turned out, that sort of thing. As far as the gear, there's a good amount of mundane things lying about: rope, climbing hooks, hooded lanterns, thieves' tools. There's some journals and logs, other notebooks tossed on the ground in the area around nearby. Flipping through tersely, though, it looks like they've been picked through. Like the stuff that remains is like the list of supplies that were brought, and you know, a journal about going into town one day and talking to this old man.
Am I able to find that leather-bound journal that Zambria mentioned?
There doesn't seem to be one that fits her description of
It's the
brown
wrong shade of
and has
brown.
her name on it. Yeah, there's one that is brown and has her name on it, but it's more of like a beige brown, and you're like, I don't think she would call this brown.
This is more like tan.
So you dump it in the swamp.
Yeah.
Let me look at that. I did get that spell scroll of locate object. So let me just look up that spell really quick. It might be worth casting right now.
You have to be
let's
familiar with
see.
it.
Hmm?
You have to be familiar with it.
Well, I mean, we have pages from it.
Okay.
And we have a description.
Okay.
Although, if I say nearest object of a particular kind being brown journal, I'd probably get the one I just tossed in the... I mean, it's more of a beige, but I might still get that one.
Fate spirits are like, it looks brown to us. Turns out they have very poor color definition.
If anything, I feel like Faye would be able to see more colors than us.
Yeah, which is why all of our like mortal colors just kind of blend together. It's like
Everything's
brown,
brown.
blue. They all look the same. None of these things are blurple.
Okay, so you're using
Do you
the
think a
spell?
mana shrimp can actually see blurple?
Well, no.
We're not having that discussion.
Yeah. I'm not going to cast that spell. I've inspected all the bodies around here. I've inspected the equipment. I'm going to build... I don't think anyone's built a fire. It's fall, so we should probably have a fire going just to keep warm. So I'll do that. And then if I can read the stars, I will do that as well.
Are you sitting on the lap of one of the bodies or shoving one of them over?
I figured there's enough space for...
I'm just making
Me to
sure that
sit,
you're
right?
aware that you're sitting around a campfire with a couple of cadavers right now.
I'm aware.
Okay, cool.
I mean, the rest of us are sleeping around those cadavers, right?
I mean, what are we gonna do? Make the cadavers disappear? That seems awfully rude to the people who once inhabited those bodies, huh, GM?
I don't.
I'm setting up the campfire near the sleeping people so
Cool.
that they, can stay warm.
Okay.
Are you talking
And
about
are
us,
you-
or are you denying that they're actually dead?
No,
Are you?
you guys.
Are you questioning the stars?
Yes. If they're there.
Not very clear. It's still kind of cloudy from the night before, but and
Okay.
it's kind of always raining here, but
Yeah. Give me a second to think of my question, because I asked the question while I sleep, anyways. So, I am pretty much done with everything I would do. Well, I'm gonna. Okay, I'm gonna test one thing that I forgot to test with the staff real quick.
While
Which I know
everyone else is asleep.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, none of us are there to stop you.
Yeah. I am going to cast. We'll just do. You know that frog that I was talking to earlier?
yes, I know of it.
I'm gonna cast Animal Friendship on it.
Okay.
Through the staff.
Okay. I mean, you're mostly just seeing if you have the same
Effect as if I cast like a spell that the staff has.
You can tell you get the same sort of sensation that there's something there wanting to get through, but you're able to, now that you are aware of it, you're able to like keep it at bay without too much effort.
Oh, interesting. I guess I'll cast Magic Missile just to see if that stands for spells that come directly from the staff.
What's your target?
The
Not
frog
that frog.
you just
Damn
befriended.
it. No, I just that not brown notebook.
Okay. What? Don't you get to choose the flavor of magic missile, or is that just the
No, it's burning
hands?
hands, but not
Okay.
Magic Missile. It's gonna be force damage.
Okay, so yeah, same sort of thing. You have the sensation of something asking to come through, but you're able to hold them at bay without too much effort.
Okay, cool. Staff is safe because I have practiced with it. That is very good to know. Also, I did. Oops, it's 3 charges or 3. I did 10 damage to that book.
Good to know.
Okay, now I think I've done everything that I want to do. So I'm just going to actively keep watch. And also, ask the stars a question when I go to sleep.
Okay. Are you going to sleep now?
Once Theodore's up.
Okay. Theodore, you're up.
Sweet. I actually pressed the long rest button. Hooray! I've been waiting because I did not trust you and not ambush us with necropanthers.
Yep.
All right. Well, Zeodor's up. Now Zeodor's going to take watch, and the bird's going to sleep.
All right. The bodies look like they were shifted around. And they look like they died suddenly because, as you can see them placed around this campfire, like they were having a meal or something.
Guys, Carter
take a
fell
look.
into another dimension.
What?
Whoa. Wow.
Whoa.
What? Oh,
It's not easy
Yeah,
being
some-
green.
I'm not seeing it.
He's getting
he's
eaten
going
by
to Green
some
Hill Zone.
Linux. I think I see a
He's
strong
back.
bot in there.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
don't know what
Shotgun,
happened.
Chris.
Everything
No,
was
you're-
fine on my end, so I was just kind of waiting.
Yeah, it
You guys-
happened
As
the
As
other day.
and radishes, you're gonna win the competition.
Sure. All right. So Zeodor's going to get his armor back on. All right. That'll take a look, see if I notice anything.
All right. I couldn't tell how they died, but that's what I was able to find. Also, I think my staff is safe. Or sorry, this staff is safe to use.
This house.
Maybe, but given that we're going into the Ziggurat where it may be more powerful, I'd still be cautious.
Yeah, it's not gonna be my first choice, but you know, if I need it, it's there.
Good to know. All right, Zeitgeist looks at the bodies.
All right, give me a medicine check.
Okay. I'm not good at that. 14.
Okay. It looks like they have been decomposing for about a week. You find no signs of wounds or trauma, but a brief autopsy detects strange tumor-like bulges within, like under the skin. Hard to tell what could have caused that.
Gross. I'm going to look around the stuff that's littered around. I want to see if there's anything that seems missing, like any piece of equipment that I would expect to be here, or anything that, you know, reasonably they would have with them that's obviously missing.
Okay. I can't really think of anything that fits that description. What you do see is all fairly mundane. Kind of, I mean, what you would expect to find at this sort of site. If there's anything in particular that you'd like to ask, then I could tell you yes or no. But
I mean, Zeodor's no archaeological expert, but like, he would expect to see, you know, picks and brushes and and logs of things and you know, crates and all that sort of jazz.
Yeah, that sort of stuff is present. There are definitely pickaxes, shovels.
Are there logs like daily journals from the researchers?
Yeah, there are some scattered about. But again, like when Elferi looked, if you start to look through them, it looks like they've been picked clean of anything actually useful. If you spend, you know, maybe 10 or 15 minutes just kind of looking through a couple pages, you know, anytime that there's like, here's you know, and I saw this drawing inside the thing, and you like turn the page and it's been teared out, sort of stuff.
Okay, all right. I'll gather up the notebooks anyway. We can bring them back to the university, that they might still be able to get something out of this. And then I think we're good on gear. I think we're pretty set. I was trying to think if there was anything we wanted to pull with us. But you said it was all like
gear.
typical. Do y'all not have climbing gear?
I don't need it, but I don't know if everyone got some. Actually, maybe I do even have some. I don't know.
Zeodor's been carrying climbing gear with him this whole time, and he never climbs anything.
He would have a lot of trouble climbing things.
Yeah, that's why he has climbing gear.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
I don't need climbing gear because I have 2 arms.
Wow.
I have a block and tackle, 50 feet of silken rope, a hammer and pittons. Like, I have climbing gear.
Yeah. Good.
Good for you, bud.
I don't.
Why didn't everyone
actually
bring this?
I can turn into a spider.
Okay, yes. You're off the hook.
Also, I brought a magic rope.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right.
All right. Anything else?
I think we're fine.
To be done before morning.
I mean, the only other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to see through Koku's eyes to do a sweep of the perimeter, because Koku can fly and is a lot faster than Zeodor.
Cool.
I'm basically going to do that on a regular basis until everyone else wakes up.
Sure. Nothing seems to be coming in this area. Almost like, I mean, you would expect at least an alligator or something to go crawling past at some point during the night. But for the most part, the wildlife seems to be staying clear of this area. So you keep watch until, I guess it would have to be about midday before you guys get the benefits of the full rest.
Just for fun, I rolled nature to see if Zeodor thought that understood the implications of that, and I got a 6. So Zeodor doesn't think that this is weird.
Okay, fair enough.
I have a +3 to nature, but I got a 6, so Zeodor doesn't know shit about birds.
Sleeping out in the middle of a swamp while it's pouring rain with no cover. You guys don't sleep like soundly, but you
Were there no tents?
oh, well, I don't know. You guys didn't say you were using the tents.
I don't have a tent. I've slept in the rain.
I mean, I figured we were using the tents because there was no reason not to. Was there a reason not to that I didn't notice?
I don't know, whatever.
I figured we were using the tents.
Okay, fine, then you were using tents.
Or I can just sit under a tree.
Regardless. You still feel pretty groggy in the morning, and all of you are still experiencing that sense of vertigo, and you now actually all have vulnerability to psychic.
Gotcha.
Cool. But we get that long rest, right?
Yes.
Cool.
Oh, the question I wanted to ask the stars.
Stars are listening.
Are there enemies other than those who just want to defend the temple? In the temple.
Okay. You have visions of things that look like large mutated centipedes, floating fleshy bags of eyeball, or like fleshy spheres with lots of eyeballs all over them. Some,
cool,
like,
angels.
Spiny,
Yeah.
spidery things. Basically, more of like some things that seem on par with what you encountered at the gun show.
Okay.
But not the exact same things.
Alright, so Ulfari is asleep for a few more hours, and Jack and Mina wake up without incident, I assume?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, except we all feel shitty.
Elfari's watch was still part of his rest, right? Isn't that how?
Is that how that works?
I thought so. That's how I had always interpreted the long rest to be, like, not that you were...
Yeah, I always do it with my groups, where as long as you get 6 hours of rest, that way someone can take a 2-hour watch.
Yeah.
That you got a long rest. Because otherwise it's bullshit. Otherwise you have to like sit around and do absolutely nothing for 9 to 12 hours.
Yeah.
Depending on how you break up watches.
During which a character sleeps or performs light activity for
Yeah.
no more than 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. That's actually rules as written. Okay. So you'd all be ready to go about the same time.
About 1 p.m.
And it is still just raining a lot.
Well, might as well go inside.
I did tell you guys about the big snake, right?
Yeah, any bets on how big it is?
Big.
Lovely.
We should maybe bury the bodies out of respect.
We can do that on our way out.
Yeah, let's figure out what killed them first and then bury them.
They've been oddly undisturbed. Like, even animals haven't taken them.
Sure, but it's just respect. Also, I'm pretty sure they were killed by these, by whatever made these tumors, and I like show one of the weird tumor things. Probably
Ew.
that.
What is that?
Some sort of weird tumor thing.
Ew.
I'm not the surgeon.
Was I not clear?
Look, this isn't the gear. I don't know how to diagnose this.
I have no clue. Okay. Keep an eye out for things that can give you tumors instantly. Noted.
Or after some time, they have been here for at least a week. And they were, assuming that these are the researchers, as I assume we're all suspecting they were on site for some time.
Yeah.
Fair. Okay. Keep an eye out for active carcinogens.
What's a carcinogen?
Jack says on the alert while he pulls out another cigarette.
This product has been known in the state of California to cause cancer.
That's written on the cigarette.
I think I've heard that word thrown around. Maybe I'm wrong. I think it's just like bad stuff that makes you sick.
Oh, like
I know nothing about that.
like cancer. It like cancer. So it's something that turns you into a crab.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I'm so healthy from these tasty cigarettes.
Are we burying the bodies or not?
I
would rather
agree
not.
with on the way out.
Yeah, I don't think we can take all day to dig holes for these bodies.
All right.
I
Zidor's outvoted.
already feel unsettled. I'd rather get through the temple first and then take care of the bodies.
So, Elfari, when you say giant snake, do you mean like anaconda or like giant?
Like
Jabu.
like, man, I hope my house doesn't get crushed by this snake.
Wonderful.
I mean, that could have been a metaphor, right? The stars love metaphors.
The stars do love and that was a free metaphor. I didn't even ask about it.
All right.
Well,
Shit.
I assume that we're having that part of the conversation as we walk into the Ziggurat.
Yeah.
A pattern of
I have
seven.
swapped out my Call Lightning for Dark Vision, so the two of us without Dark Vision can see.
Who needs dark vision?
You do.
Jack doesn't have dark vision.
All right,
Yeah,
you guys
I-
ready?
very
Oh,
good.
okay. Got it.
Now I got those Riddick eyes.
Are you ready?
Yes. Kill us.
A pattern of 7 concentric rings surrounding a central white stone is prominent above the entrance to the ziggurat. A dot lies on the 6th ring from the interior. You have to marvel at the ancients who built this place. While the ziggurat rose 60 feet above ground, you descend what feels like 50 feet down rough stone stairs to a room 40 feet across and 20-foot ceiling adorned with carvings. Stone amulets on golden chains hang from the carved mouths of jaguars and dragons all along the ceiling. 2 more bodies lie sprawled on the floor of this entry room, a man and a halfling woman. A toppled wooden tripod leans against one wall near the base of the stairs, and a cracked amber lantern on top of it emits dim but endless magical light. The light gleams off metal in alcoves along the walls, and a second glance reveals 3 tusked humanoid faces, their eyes closed, blindly watching all who enter. When you glance back, you realize the stairs you came down were actually only 10 feet long.
Wonderful.
Quick question: the symbol on the you said it was 7 concentric rings, and there was a dot on the 6th ring from the center or from the outside?
From the interior.
So the second largest ring.
The second largest. The second smallest?
You said 6th from the center,
Yes.
so
Sorry.
going out.
Yes. The second largest ring.
That's what I wanted to check.
And you may give me a religion check if you'd like to identify
A what check?
religion.
Oh, okay.
Theodore continues to be bad at religion.
I got a 6.
I
And
got,
gets an 8.
I got a 13.
Jack, you remember someone once telling you about the constellations, and you recognize this model, and from what you recall, which probably isn't too much about astronomy, the 6th ring would correspond with the planet Apet.
I remember hearing something about this, something looking like this. This ring would be Apet. Does it mean anything to you guys?
Yeah, that's I mean, at this point I could just give a dissertation on that planet, right? I've been studying planets in school and everything. So it's a plane of permanent storm of sand and dust. It influences time and distance and the grand cycle of ages.
So
Time
time's
and
fucked
distance,
up
you
in
say.
here.
And distance.
And distances.
Hence the stairs.
Wonderful.
Oh yeah.
It's also known as the distant plane. Although there is one further. Well, maybe.
The distant plane, you say? Like maybe something in a dream that you're running towards and can't catch?
Maybe. Yeah. Let's take a look at the gnome, halfling, little people bodies.
There was a body of a human and a halfling, a human man and a halfling woman.
Okay. Now let's take a look at those bodies.
All right, I will take a look at the human man.
I'll also take a look at the human man.
Q and you find a name tag.
So these seem like they've been here a little bit longer than the others that you found outside. And the wounds that you see seem to indicate that they died more to something more physical than the others. There's claws and necrotic burns.
I don't know why Koku's name keeps changing on here.
Yeah. Are you able to change it?
I mean, I did. I just fixed it.
Oh, did I spell it wrong at some
But it
point?
keeps changing to COCU for some reason.
Oh, because I probably pulled it from an earlier page. 'Cause I didn't know how it was spelled, and I put that spelling in initially, and then I just grabbed this copy of the tokens from the wrong page, I guess.
That makes sense.
Let's grab that lantern.
Okay.
Oh, right.
I
Jack,
mean,
do you have a free hand?
even if you have dark vision, it's still
Yeah.
easier to see with light.
I'll take it.
Yeah. But there's
can
going
see-
to be other things in here, and not all of them are going to have dark vision.
No.
You can see color in light, so that's helpful. What if we just see a mural of just colors?
Actually,
What's color ever done for me?
there are a lot of like carvings and paintings along the walls that do use a lot of different colors. And there is no other light that you can see down hallways besides what's in this room.
Okay, and these are two hallways to the left and right here, right?
Yep.
And these are alcoves at the back?
Yeah, there's alcoves there, and there's three. What was the description?
Tusked faces, right?
Yeah. Trying to find the light gleams off metal and alcoves along the walls, and a second glance reveals three tusked humanoid faces, their eyes closed, blindly watching all those who enter.
Oh, I missed the metal part. The faces are made of metal?
The light gleams off metal in alcoves. I think it's just that there's like metal behind the figures on the.
Oh, okay. Alright. Well, I'm still going to go investigate the figures real quick.
I cast Goodberry because I almost forgot to do that, and standard hand out the berries.
As you approach, you notice first off that there's a piece of paper that looks like it was ripped out of a notebook in a handwriting that you would recognize as Zambria's by this point. It says, "The mummies are worth more than all your tuition. Don't touch them."
Yep.
Okay.
Otherwise, they seem to be positioned. Let's see.
Are these the mummies or are these statues? I was thinking they were statues.
No,
Are
they're
these
mummies. Yes.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Let's see. The face belong to mummies. Rope slash their bodies to the stone, and golden bracelets. That's what the metal was. Sorry.
Got it.
In the hands of one mummy, it appears it's positioned as if it had been holding a sword. Another one has arms crossed as if it was holding a staff. And the third looks like there's like you can tell that there
An
was a
amulet
necklace.
missing?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we can say where those artifacts came from.
You think
And,
we return these?
Nothing. Well, can't say nothing happened, but not right now.
Yeah,
Nothing
I mean,
catastrophic probably will happen if we keep them.
Yeah, I don't know. It
Getting
could
eaten
be.
by a giant snake.
Well, when this mummy chases your ass down, I'm not going to help it unless you offer it its staff back, and then I will shoot it if it continues to go after you.
I will consider that.
It also may be, if there's any influence of the ancients left here, it may be wise to get them on our side. But I don't have any of those, and holds up a piece of paper. Zambria says don't touch them, so
Yeah, that
I'll
seems
return the
dangerous. Let's
sword.
not.
I add the note to the to the rest of the stuff. I'm
Okay.
just gonna collect all of the notes.
Sure. This is now Slenderman.
I'm willing to return this sword if Real Fairy is willing to go with the staff.
I
Do we
would
even have
rather
the
hold
amulet?
on to artifacts belonging. I have the amulet as well. I would rather hold on to these in case they might be needed further in.
Needed for what?
I don't know. There's traps and stuff here. We were told about that. Perhaps tools of the ancients might help to bypass traps of the ancients.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Until I
Either
see
way-
an immediate need to get rid of it, I'm gonna hold on to it.
Either
It's
way, we
not
need to pick
ours.
left or right. Well, wait. Hold on. If it's not ours, then how are you saying that we shouldn't return it?
No, I mean like it belongs to the
Belongs in a museum.
Someone has
Theodore
claimed
looks
it.
at the mummies. I don't know. Yeah, it looks like it may belong to this gentleman over here. But either way, we need to pick left or right.
Let's go right first.
It's fine by me.
We keep making rights till we can't. We won't get lost.
I was thinking I would cast Pass Without Trace, but that would remove our tracks, which might be helpful.
Yeah.
We also, as far as we know, nothing is chasing us.
True.
Yet.
To the right.
All right. What is the? Oh right. You're using
Jack's
the
got the lantern.
lantern.
Yeah.
What's the
And I'm gonna
standard-
cast Produce Flame as well.
It doesn't actually give me any stats for that lantern, which is strange because it seems to be magical.
It's probably just an ever-burning torch, or like a
Sure, we'll go with
continual
that.
flame spell.
What would be the range of that?
Continual flame is torch brightness, which would be 20/20, I think.
Okay, cool. So start heading off down this way.
Theodore will follow behind Jack, keeping an eye out for traps.
Okay. Well,
Oh, you know what? I think that's not a bad idea.
if we're keeping an eye out for traps, I might have us take a loose initiative. In that, like,
Okay.
we'll move, you know, you don't have to necessarily take turns in order, but take turns
Everyone
one at a
takes
time.
a turn.
Yeah. But before you go too far down the hallway to the right, you come across a image of a figure impaled on a spear that's sticking out of the wall.
This seems
That's
familiar.
Probably not ideal. Does it look like the spike came out of the wall or went into the wall?
It looks like it is coming out of the wall.
Great.
I'm going to look for. I want to take careful note of the hole that the spike is coming out of and look for more of those.
I'm
Okay,
gonna
give-
assist Theodore.
Give
in that.
me an investigation check.
Okay. Does Jack's assistance give me advantage?
You can each make individual checks.
But Jack's assistance doesn't give me anything?
I never really understood what that would mean. That would be different than you each just doing a check separately.
I got an 18.
Okay, I mean, yeah, I got 17, so he beat me.
Okay. You find a seam in the stone near where this spear is sticking out of the wall.
Okay. Does it look like there's any more of those in the hallway?
Give me another investigation check.
14.
Nat 20.
Okay.
For a total of.
There's
26.
There's another one on the hallway across.
Just one?
I mean, so far. So you get
Does
the one that's sticking out of the wall is here, and then you see another similar crack on the wall here.
Okay. Can I see any farther down the hallway?
does it look like there's an activation method also for these?
Like a pressure plate?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some kind of light sensor or something.
No, you don't see any sort of pressure plate.
Okay, so there's no apparent activation system.
Correct.
Well, that's suspicious.
What?
This is obviously a trap, but there doesn't seem but we can't seem to find any sort of activation, or at least I haven't seen anything. No pressure plates, no sensors, no tripwires, nothing like that. Jack, you have any luck?
There's one on the opposite wall, but I can't tell until we search farther down the hallway if there's any more.
Any sort of trigger or anything, though?
I don't know. Can I look?
Sure.
15.
You don't see any sort of trigger.
Nothing that I can see.
So that's suspicious. Obviously, the trap worked at some point. Theodore says, tapping on the spike that has impaled the mummy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to search the dead corpse.
Okay.
It's impaled on the spike.
Okay.
I am gonna pull out a torch, light it, and toss it down the hallway.
Cool. I guess at this point you can see from there. Yeah, so you can see all the way down to the end, and then partially. Okay, Ilferi. Or, sorry, not Ilferi. I meant Zeodor. But if you had anything to input.
No.
Okay.
I don't.
Zeodor, what were you doing?
Have anything?
Oh, okay.
I was searching the corpse.
Yeah, I just forgot.
That's okay.
There doesn't seem to be anything of note. It looks like it may have been picked over, if it ever had anything.
Okay. I was hoping that there was some obvious kill me now button, the one that it was holding, but no such luck, I'm afraid.
Can I... Honestly, probably pretty dangerous. Where that spear comes out, you said there's a seam in the wall?
Yeah.
Can I try and peek in the seam and see if there's like a room behind it?
Okay.
There's just a dude waiting there to like push a spear out, stab you.
It's a living!
Ah, my eye!
I mean, actually,
Flintstone style.
kinda, yeah. You pull back the section of the wall, and it opens, revealing like it was a door that like swings out, and there's a
Oh, I completely misunderstood what you meant by seam in the stone then.
there's like an alcove in there, and there's a mummy holding a spear ready to stab out.
Is he alive? I mean,
Mummies are
animated?
not alive. It is not moving.
Okay. All right. So maybe these are like murder holes and not like
Traps.
traps.
I want to check the other side.
Same thing. There's an alcove and a mummy thrusting a spear through the corpse of what is now another mummy.
Well, this is either we got mummies moving around, or this has been here for quite a while.
I'd imagine the second one.
Or
Really?
space and time are warped.
Because I would kind of imagine the first one.
Or space and time are warped and we're already fucked, so, you know.
I
I'm
poked
just
the mummy.
gonna.
Okay. Mummy has been poked.
All right, I'm gonna
I'm
just
going with
take
the
that
second one.
spear and put it in the hallway.
Okay.
I'm disarming the mummy.
Cool.
My point is, who just stands in an alcove until they're dead?
This guy.
Maybe it was his
Someone-
job.
Very dedicated to their job.
Although, wait, no, but he's mummified.
Well, you can become mummified if you're just in a dry place.
Mummified as is he like wrapped up or just desiccated?
Let me send you a picture.
Because like the impaled mummy looks like,
Desiccated.
Are you
looks like it was
talking
just desiccated.
Oh, yeah. The other one seems to be wrapped up intentionally.
Okay. I stand by my statement.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm gonna let's disarm these mummies.
Well, perhaps the magic is worn off. They certainly don't seem to be moving now. Does that magic wear it off? I never studied necromancy.
I haven't really either, but you know, we're in a temple of magic. Maybe something will turn it back on.
Am I a horrible person for actually wanting to disarm these mummies?
No.
Huh?
Probably not.
Probably.
Like literally remove their arms.
Yes, like literally tear their arms off.
That seems disrespectful at the very least.
Disrespectful my ass! Do you see that corpse?
What? It's not your corpse.
Yet?
They're
I
dead.
wouldn't let you get mummified.
I'm gonna peer down this hallway.
Okay. Which hallway?
This hallway.
Okay.
I'm not sure how far the light extends, but I have dark vision to 60.
Cool.
Yeah, the light's 20/20. And my light's 10/10.
And probably a little bit around the corners.
Is that a wall back there?
Yeah, that's a wall.
Oh, that's a wall back there. Okay, excellent. I'm going to see if I can notice any traps or any more seams, holes, or alcoves on the walls in this short hallway.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
22.
Okay. You see something that stands out to you on the ground, marked in front of you.
Okay.
There's a similar pattern to what you saw at the entrance to the temple, but here
The concentric rings.
yes, but here there's a dot on the the innermost ring.
The innermost ring. Hey, Ilferi, or
Yes.
Jack, I found another one of those symbols here on the floor. I'm pointedly not touching it. It's got the dot on the innermost ring. Is that one of the planes too?
If
Religion
if I
check.
take the information from before, it's probably
Religion
GS.
check.
Oh, religion check. Sorry,
I can give it a shot.
17.
It's
You
better
got
than
it.
me.
And you're right.
Okay. Yeah, it is probably GS, the plane of fire, home of serpent men whose skins glow like coal.
Sounds right.
I would
Influences
recommend.
war, strife, and notable births.
Zeodor, you
Ah.
also notice just around the corner, there's a pole about 10 feet long leaning against the wall. All but the last foot is blackened by fire. And on the ground beneath that, there's a couple of torches, oil, flint, and steel.
You think different
Do
sections
those look?
of this are
You
affected
also
by
notice
different-
that there are scorch marks on the ground in this area.
Do the torches and stuff look burnt?
They look like they've been used but not used up.
Okay, but they don't look like they've been like in an inferno.
Correct.
You think the different areas in here are affected by these different planes?
Perhaps.
Well,
It's-
I could test this one out. I already have a produced flame going. I can just chuck it in there.
See if anything happens. Not a bad idea while we're all standing out here.
All right, I'm gonna throw my produced flame, like,
I think you probably need to move up a bit.
sure. I'll move here, and I'll throw it, like, here.
Okay.
All of the burnt stuff in the pole is in like this area, right?
This whole area, including there.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Oh god, I shifted the
Oh,
map.
you just moved the whole map.
I'm aware.
Okay, good. Cool. Uh-oh.
Earthquake!
Whoa! Quick,
That's not
everyone
this
move
plane.
around. They'll shake the camera. It'll look good in post. All right.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, god. All right. Should be back where it should be now. Sorry. Yeah, that whole area is scorched. Pretty much everything that you can see.
Oh, got it. Okay. All right.
And
I was
Zeodor
thinking it was
and Carter
the
has
hallway.
gone to
I understand
green
now.
squares again.
What? What? No. I don't want to be squares.
Oh,
You're also
I don't
green.
want to.
yeah.
Oh, I don't want to be green either.
Ain't easy.
Oh, he's not on ours.
Could you ping that area that's scorched again? Because I was in another tab when you did that.
Basically everything.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just like
Everything after this red square.
Yeah. So like over here. over
this
here,
area,
all of
This area, this area.
Okay. Got it.
Basically
So I
everything
chucked
from
my.
in front of where you are forward.
Okay. So I chuck my produced flame in there.
Okay. Where?
We'll say here.
Okay.
Actually, how far can I throw it? Let me just take the safest option here. I can throw it 30 feet. So I'm gonna throw it at 5, 10, 15, 20, 20 at this wall.
Okay. Sorry, I looked away. Which wall?
The far back one, like
Okay.
right.
Northern one.
Okay.
Yep.
Nothing seems to happen. It just splats fire against that wall.
Okay. I'm going to take a step in here,
Okay.
cast produce flame.
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, yikes.
When he steps in or when he casts produce flame.
When he steps in.
22.
Okay.
Nice.
As soon as you step any closer, fire juts out from this pillar here in the center. And you dodge out of the way, but still manage to take 6 fire damage.
Ah! Oh, yikes! Ah! Oh, God!
And then,
Should I
Alright,
maybe
so-
do that?
and then
So
you,
I think our. Go ahead.
you step back and you see now that there's like a glowing red rune on that pillar that starts to fade out.
Interesting.
Oh, actually, it just keeps going.
Oh, it just keeps throwing fire.
Yeah.
What are the odds that if I deface it, it'll stop?
I don't know. I don't imagine very good. Could I roll an Arcana check to know what the odds that if it faces it, it will stop are?
Sure.
I would like to do that as well.
I got a 16.
I got a 12.
I got a rock.
You examine it for a bit, and you have a theory that you need to cancel out the element with its own element.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Need to cancel out the element. Wait, hold on. So,
I literally have to fight fire with fire.
Fight fire with, yeah. I don't think that'll work, but I think it
Shoot a
wants.
firebolt in there.
I have a guess. I think it wants an offering. Playing the fire offering fire, maybe? The torches don't seem destroyed. So it might be that we need something like that.
Sure.
Yo, Fairy, try walking in with the fire.
Or if you don't, how about I do it? Fire and I get along just fine.
She is basically resistant to it.
That's a fair point. But he can hold fire in his hands.
So can I with a torch.
Oh yeah.
Mundane fire is a thing.
I don't
So
understand. It
I
doesn't
light a
make any sense.
torch,
Okay.
and I start walking towards the rune with the lit torch.
Okay. You're gonna take some fire damage.
Even if I dodge? Because I know it's coming?
Sure. You can give me a dexterity saving throw.
Natural 20.
Okay. So you kind of the flames kind of come in waves, and you kind of dip and dive around them. You still get scorched for 8, and before your resistance is applied.
Cool.
But then
New plan.
No, I keep walking.
press the as you get closer and press the torch against the glowing symbol, the fire cuts out or in the room.
Think we got it, guys.
Okay. I think moving forward, if we see those, we do it from a range. But it's good to know.
Yep.
I mean, fair.
Going to
Yeah.
Also, if
Keep
we need to,
looking.
I can just do this.
Well, if there's other elements, I mean.
Got it.
I imagine that we've seen 2, and I imagine there are probably 5 more.
Yeah. Plus, hey, quick question. So that white stone in the center, is that us?
At the center of the circles.
Yeah.
Give me
That's your department.
a
Can I make a religion check?
history.
History. Okay. Equally bad, but okay.
I
16.
have. I was gonna say I have history.
You remember hearing somewhere, probably in one of Zambria's lectures or from one of the other experts that you talked to, mentioned that the ancients used white stones to represent the sun in their iconography.
Okay.
I was actually going to say that based on the whole "these are the planes" thing.
Well, okay, fine.
Yeah.
I don't know if planes and Mina does not know if planes and planets are the same thing.
Oh, yeah, no, I just meant I was going to come to the same conclusion from a different route.
Cause Catherine thinks sun, but not sure.
Feeling some
Okay.
more.
Oh,
I'm
and
going
the sun
to-
does not have an element. It is just arcane force in the
Cool.
planar. Blah.
Got it. Cast magic missile at the sun.
I got it.
Okay, so I'm going to take a look. I'm guessing that, and let me know if I'm wrong here. Roughly, this area is scorched.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay. Well, I don't see any more pillars, so genre savvy tells me that we're probably safe to move forward. But I'm going to take a look at this hallway anyway and see if I see any more tricks, traps, seams, holes, pillars, carvings.
Give me a perception.
21.
All right. You see another one of the red ones denoting
Sorry,
cheer.
19.
Okay, same result. You see another one denoting G's right here.
Yep.
And then a little bit further down this hallway, you see a yellow one.
Can I see from here what's marked on it?
Might have to get closer.
I will get closer.
Lightning!
I'll
will
stay right behind him.
I will not cross onto the other side of it.
Okay, notice the familiar pattern of 7 concentric rings surrounded by a central white stone. A dot lies on the 5th ring.
I call over to my shoulder to Ilferi. 5th ring.
Am I able to speculate based on patterns at this point, or do I still need to make a history?
Well, religion, but
Did you say something? You're muted.
Hello?
Chris, you got no audio.
He just unmuted himself.
Can you
You
guys hear me?
shouted lightning. Did we get shot with lightning?
No.
Okay.
Hello? Hello?
Not yet.
Can you
Hello?
guys hear me?
We can hear you
We
now.
can hear you.
Oh, okay. Thank you. You'll need to make a religion check to recall the knowledge of what planet would be in that position and the properties thereof.
Okay.
Does he
Just
have
wanted to check.
advantage because he's been studying specifically this?
I mean, typically that would be represented by proficiency.
My I got Arcana and not this, so oh well. You said it's religion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Natural 20. Woo!
All right. This would correspond with Avalona, the plane of air.
Ah, Avalona. I'm very familiar with this one.
Which circle was this?
5.
5 from the center?
Yeah.
Okay.
Avalona, plane of air.
Actually,
we
I feel like they
need-
changed
So
the
what would the
order
element
on
be
us.
then? Wind?
Yeah, I got gust of wind.
I think they changed
got
the
it.
order on us because
Yeah, it's different than the player's guide.
yeah, it says that like up to this point it was counting them from the inside out, and then here it says I just lost it. It says Avalona, the plane of air, which is the second from the sun.
So that would be, yeah, that wouldn't be 5th at all.
No,
That
I mean it would
fifth
be
in either
it would be
direction.
the 5th going from
No,
the
it
other
would be
direction.
6th from the
Oh,
outside.
no, it'd be 6 from the other direction. Yeah.
1,
Weird.
2, 3, 4. Yeah. I think it's just a typo. It would
So
be
is it
the second.
Which
second
circle
from
is
the-
it on
the
in the
second.
player's handbook?
Second circle from the inside.
From the center. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So seconds.
From now on, I'll speaking from the inside out
Got it.
and correct it
Okay.
if needed.
Okay. Do I see a rune anywhere?
Let's see.
Do we know anything about the inhabitants of this plane?
Of Avalona?
Yep.
Yeah, I gotcha. This is my favorite plane. This is Ilferi's favorite plane.
Yeah.
This is a plane of air. Desolate islands of rocks float amid the clouds, covered in long-abandoned ruins. Ancient myths claim that this world was a titanic eagle fleeing ravenous Gisei. Influences weather, notable deaths, and animals.
Oh, okay. I see what happened. They just typed the color wrong. They were talking about a different one. Oh, okay. So, sorry. There are markings on my map that I'm looking at that correlate the colors with the different areas. And
Okay.
on a later one, they say yellow. But they also say it on this one. And this one is
Okay.
actually the yellow. And this is actually a dot on the 5th ring corresponding
Okay,
with
this is actually
Aurum.
Got it.
Corresponding
Ignore
to
everything I
which one?
said. This is Urim, the plane of Earth, or rather, a scattered, shattered bolt of relatively tiny shards of metal, which sometimes fall from the sky, bearing precious ores and worms.
Ew.
Influences the Earth, rise and fall of fortune, and random meetings of strangers.
Is that worms with an O or with a Y?
Oh, wretched,
Or you?
or sorry, accursed worms, like wriggling in the dirt. Very tasty worms.
Disgusting. Does anyone have a cloud of dirt? Rock?
I.
Ilferity, you usually have a couple of rocks.
I pull
There's
some.
like-
Is there any dirt
Oh, yeah.
or mud on our
I-
boots?
I do have it by sling and a rock. Or sling stones.
Perhaps we could just throw a rock.
Metal counts too, probably.
Do I see like rocks, dirt, metal scattered around anywhere, similar to what we saw with the torches?
Give me a perception check.
I will help as well.
14.
15.
You do see some shards of rock scattered around the floor in the center of the room, as if a small boulder were crushed there.
Like here?
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe try chucking a rock over there.
I'll sling a stone over there
Okay.
from here, so I don't have disadvantage.
Okay. You sling a stone, and as soon as it like goes out of your sling, like right in front of you, it just like falls to the ground.
Ha.
Ah, I see.
Yeah. I would like to push that rock with gust.
Okay.
Does it go? Does it weigh more than 5 pounds now for some reason?
Relatively, maybe. It doesn't
does
move
gust
very
work?
much.
Yeah, I can't push it if it's more than 5 pounds.
Yeah, my only magical solution to that also doesn't work if it weighs more than 5 pounds.
I have a solution that I don't want to use right now.
Well, we have another hallway to look at, so we'll take a look down the other hallway first, and see if a solution presents itself. I'm going to take
I have a crowbar. Can I try to push it with my crowbar?
look down this hallway.
You can. As soon as your crowbar passes in front of Ilferi, though, it also feels like it weighs way more than it should.
It's the gravity zone.
Zeodor, this hallway does not look like it was originally here. It looks like it was recently dug.
Well, that means that it's probably not trapped.
So we can
Or at least it has different traps.
We'll put that on your tombstone.
It's
probably not trapped.
Or at least different traps.
Anime girls come running out.
Girls in quotes.
Anyway.
I don't like that term.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right. So do I see any more of those runes down this hallway? The inscriptions?
Give me a perception check.
Hey, 23.
No. But
Okay. And don't see any other traps, holes, etc.
not here.
We should all get in this hallway.
Move down
We
the
don't know
hallway.
how long. We don't know how long that fire is going to be disabled for.
All right. I'm gonna wait until I can see what I can see.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Theodore, what do your elf eyes see?
Mostly rocks.
The Earth is flat according to elves. In Lord of the Rings, anyways. That's why they can see so far. They actually aren't affected by the curvature of the Earth.
What?
Okay.
Fair.
It's
I
actually
look
not-
forward to seeing that one on my Facebook Flat Earth Friends feed.
No, I
To
like
be
it
fair,
is.
All right.
It's not clear if Middle Earth is flat or not, but
This is what your elf eyes see.
all right. And does the rest of this area does not look recently dug, right? It's just
Yeah, this
from like here to here that's recently dug.
exactly.
Okay. I'm going to see if I can see another one of those things or anything else in this area.
Okay.
Oh, and Ilferi's taking notes on this. Like, this is almost like homework to him with all these planes being mentioned.
Yeah.
21.
Okay, so this whole next area is scorched like the first one.
Got it.
You see what looks like another set of the red runes and the yellow runes over here.
So like this area is scorched.
Yep.
Got it.
Interesting. I got it.
Ilferi, swap places. Throw a fireball.
I can do it from here, but yeah. I will
I duck.
throw a produce flame at that pillar.
All right. It flashes up brightly for a moment and then fades away.
Hey. I don't want to do that.
Okay.
You guys are doing it. You're solving the dungeon.
Yay!
Except we have this problem of really heavy area.
Yeah, we haven't figured out what to do with that yet, but
Does anybody have a
hopefully
worm?
a solution will present itself.
Oh.
Tequila? Anybody?
I forgot to pack snacks.
You died because no snacks.
Like
It-
adventuring
it might be if
101.
I mean, I have
If
food,
we-
I just don't have snacks.
Wait, are
What are
good
good
snacks?
berries?
Yeah.
Right. They're meals for an entire day.
Meals
Yeah,
on
but they're
the
like
road.
snacky meals.
good berries sitting in your bag looking like a snack?
Like when I eat like mozzarella sticks and pretzels and call that a meal.
No, that's just.
All right, I'm gonna try something. Pull
Don't
me
judge
out.
my life. You don't know me.
Pull me out if there's some issues.
How about we tie a rope around you?
Yeah,
Jack,
I got this.
come over here and help me pull Elferi out.
If I have to.
I will tie my rope of mending around myself,
Perfect.
and then I'm gonna.
I grab the rope and I hand it to Jack.
Well, you can like tighten it off or something.
Look, I'll help.
Okay, and then I will step into the heavy zone.
Give me a strength saving throw.
Okay.
You're crushed, not by gravity, but by the weight of your own existence.
16.
All right. You feel a overwhelming force just crushing down on you. You fall flat on the ground, prone, and take 6 damage.
Oh God! Fuck! Ow!
Tug. Pull him out.
No, wait! I haven't
Okay.
gotten to the thing yet. Oops! I healed myself 6 instead of dealing 6 damage.
Ooh, kinky.
Okay. I'm gonna. Can I even crawl?
Yeah, you can crawl.
Okay, I'm gonna crawl towards
You'll
this thingy.
take a have to make that check every turn that you end your turn in here. So we'll keep
Well,
track
the
of-
attempt here is to turn it off. So.
Okay.
Is there a
I
glowing
will-
rune on this one?
There is a glowing rune now.
Where is it?
Right where you were marking, like right
Okay,
here.
that's what I thought. It looked like it. Okay. So I get a little closer. I guess I make that save again.
Smash.
Well, you can
Unless I
crawl
can
more
move
than
more than
once.
5 feet.
Yeah, I think
Can I
you
move
can
more than 5 feet?
You can move half your movement.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear what. Okay, so I will get right next to it.
Sure.
And then take one of my rocks and push it on there.
Okay.
Smash it with a hammer.
You get the feeling that you're on the right track, but that isn't sufficient.
Okay. Okay, so that was 10, 20. I cast Primal Savagery to do acid damage to it.
Okay.
I love hearing that sound, but okay.
Acid and earth can be equivalent in some systems, so I'm giving it a shot.
Theodore doesn't know the planar systems. He's like, do it!
Fuck it up, man!
It seems to splash over the rune harmlessly. It continues to glow.
Okay.
Try a bigger rock!
I'm gonna say it's
Have
been
a
a
big-
been a
Turn
turn by
into a
now.
rock.
Yeah, that was probably my whole
Do
turn.
that Kirby move!
Do you want to give me
Oh.
another strength check?
Boom!
14.
All right, you take 6 more damage.
Owie.
Should we
Owie.
pull you out?
I got one more thing.
Okay.
Oh fuck. Okay, but it takes 2 turns. That's
Oh, yeah,
fine.
do you have a light
I'm gonna
source
turn
with
into
you?
No.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay. I just wasn't sure if the light
gonna-
went any further from where you are.
No. I'm gonna turn into an ape.
Okay. You are now an ape.
I mean,
Okay.
That
Jack
takes an
Jack's
action,
move
right?
at it.
got a little closer.
Unfortunately, that's my whole action. But
Yeah.
my next action.
And you
when
have
I
the.
have it-
You have its temporary, not temporary, but you have its hit points, so
I
it's
have
not
its hit points. Yeah.
taking off yours right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
So
guess
let
you
me
would see
actually activate that.
from there.
And where'd it go? There it is. And I think I have like 19 hit points from it. Yep, I have 19 hit points from it. And higher strength. Make my save now?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I rolled lower though, so I got a 9.
Okay. Cool. You take 4 more damage.
Oh! Yay! Okay. I now cast Rock.
Okay. What does that do?
It's a. I throw a rock at it. It does a d6 plus 3 damage.
Oh, yeah, that
forgot.
ape rock.
How big is the
It's
rock?
Has the ability rock.
It's true.
What'd you say, Redbeard?
Attack.
How big is the rock?
It is like
Are you producing a rock, or are you just grabbing a rock?
It says rock, so now we have the question of if apes can make rocks appear from the ether or not.
I think I just like grab some
grab
bricks
one.
out of the wall and
Okay.
throw it at this.
Just like grab
Sure.
something nearby. Yeah.
I'll allow it. You just start grabbing some rubble from nearby and piling it in the center, and after an amount of time, the rune sputters and fades away.
Oh! Oh, I did 4 damage myself. Whoops. I have 8 hit points
Alright.
right now.
We have 2 directions we could go. We could stick to the right and head up that way, or we can try this shiny new path.
Ape gonna tromp over this way.
Guess
I agree
Ilfari's
with
leading
you.
the way.
I agree with Elfari. Yeah.
Center of the
stick
temple is
closer-
usually a good idea.
Stick closer to the entrance for now.
That too.
I will take a look and see if I see any more of those runes.
Right,
I would also like to help him look for those runes, if
Sure.
that's cool.
do it.
Huh.
I got 19.
I got a 9.
All right, Zeodor, there's another yellow one right here, corresponding to Aaron once again. And then you see a new one. Colors. You see an orange here. This one
I will get closer and not cross it.
corresponds with Avalona. It was the second one.
Okay.
Ah. Second.
I'll roll my check, but I won't be able to inform anyone of it.
Excuse me.
Oh yeah.
I got a 12.
Right. Anybody else?
Is it a history check?
Religion.
The fairy's like, oh.
Well, I don't even know if I got it.
22.
You're familiar enough with this one because it's one that you've focused your studies on.
Oh, okay, cool.
Jack remembers another bit from that story another soldier told him once. This one corresponds with Avalona, the plane of air.
This one would be Avalona, so air.
Oh, and sorry, what was the do you guys remember what the perception check you made? What the number was?
You got a 19.
Okay, that's what I
I
thought.
still have it.
You also see some tiny pinholes along the sides, or along the walls, and the floor looks like it could give.
Stabby.
Possibly. There's some kind of trap here for sure. The floor's unsteady and there are pinholes all along both walls. Could be darts, could be gas, could be lots of things, but either way, I don't want to step on there until we're pretty sure we've deactivated it. Can I see any further down this hallway?
Yeah, I was just about to do that. 10, 20, 30, 40.
And giant snake.
Okay.
Ilfari's gonna. Ooh, hold on. He's gonna give the universal signal for hold on a minute, and he's gonna run out of the dungeon.
That's all.
What?
What?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Is that a wall
Ilferi
back there?
is going out to look for a big rock.
Hey, can you send Koku over to the... Can we see a rune? No, it might break your bird.
Don't think there.
Can Koku flap his wings and blow wind on the
That's
room?
what I was thinking, but I'm afraid he'll get, like, blown into a wall and broken to pieces. And he's expensive.
Yeah, so
I
there,
don't know the Koku's that sturdy.
there
Right.
does seem to be a thing in the middle of the room.
Alright. Alright. I'm useless down here, guys. If you need me
What
to
if I
shoot a
just
thing, I
like
can do
take
that.
my hat and use it as like a fan?
You'd have to get to it first.
Oh,
Is that a wall at the end of?
I thought the
that
room was right
site?
here.
No,
No,
that's
I was only going up to 40. Do you have
That's the air one.
vision up to 60?
This shows us what's
60 feet.
ahead.
Oh,
The rune is going to be up by the 5.
Let me double
probably.
check. I think dark vision is 60 feet, but let me double check. Remember or not.
The dark vision spell is 60 feet, so yours probably is too.
It is.
Yeah.
That's 4 out of the way.
Okay.
so
There's
how many?
nothing
9?
else interesting.
7. We got 3 more.
All right. After
I'm not.
a few minutes of deliberating, Monkey
Maybe 8 if
El
the
Fairy
sun counts.
returns with a rock.
Like a big rock.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool.
I,
Oh.
I'm gonna
Oh,
step
yeah,
out of the way.
okay. I understand what this yellow symbol is for. That's for if we were coming from the other way.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, I was getting it because I thought you would just cross the threshold into another room area.
Oh. I was wondering what the rock was for.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what a rock has to do with wind. Can't you just cast gust of wind down the hallway?
Yes. Until Ilferi stops being an ape, I'm not sure what we're going to do here, but we have another hallway we can investigate in the meantime.
Yeah,
Theaters, yeah.
All right, going up there.
Man, I can't even use the amulets of comprehension because they require you to speak at least one language, and I don't.
Yep.
All right. And oh yeah, this is that room.
This is the acid slime fuck monster room.
Man, how do you guys keep calling it?
Theodore, we asked. Sorry, not Theodore. Carter read it ahead of time
Yeah.
because we asked him to.
We asked 5 Carters what they thought the next room was.
Survey says.
You'll never guess what number 3 said.
Using this one simple trick, he always figures out when there's acid slime fuck monsters. Acid slime fuck monsters hate him.
Did anybody else see that thing that just appeared?
No, it's probably
No,
I don't.
I actually was
Okay.
looking away.
Oh, there it is again.
I saw it that time.
Yeah,
I saw
probably-
something.
Probably didn't see anything. It's probably nothing. You should probably just.
I
ignore it.
definitely did not
fine.
see it the first time. Saw it the second time.
Is this something that's going to take an hour to fight?
I mean,
Always.
I mean,
it's up to you.
it definitely wasn't that ninja that used to work for Mayor McBandon.
Okay.
Oh fuck, ninja! Wait, he's not here, but he actually is.
He's everywhere.
I recently rewatched. No,
Xeodor's
Koku's just in the
dead!
same space.
Okay, you recently rewatched.
I recently rewatched the Onion news video that was Ninja Parade goes through town unnoticed for 6th straight year.
Dude, their stuff used to be so good.
It's
Okay.
still pretty good. It's just,
Oh no, I meant
collapse.
their YouTube stuff used to be amazing.
Ah,
Yeah, they haven't
Okay.
done much on YouTube lately.
So as you
The slut spill was amazing.
head up into this room,
Sex house.
Sex house.
Finding out
you
where
notice,
the fire
guys,
started.
guys, cut.
Sorry.
I think we've got, yeah.
As you head up into this room, you see aberrations like those you witnessed at the Arms Fair have claimed this room as their home. 2 fleshy orbs covered in eyeballs float a few feet
Gross.
above the ground. Other creatures crawl along the walls and ceiling like massive spiders, except they only have 4 legs, and long barbed tongues protrude from their mouths. Their forms all waver from solid to translucent.
Have they noticed us?
They are noticing you now.
Great.
That
Is
you've
that
walked
roll
up with
initiative?
lights. Yeah, I think so.
oh fuck! I
Should've known
used
this was
Apes
how tonight
initiative.
would end.
What is Apes initiative? Not bad. Okay, I got a 20.
I got an 8.
I got an 11. And I have 18 AC now.
Also 8.
Hey, Mina's back in with me again. Order is restored.
How does it always happen?
It's not always, but it's gotta be like 80% of the time. Always like the same or one off from each other.
All right.
There have been a couple of times that we were way off and it just felt wrong.
You said 8, and I was like, is mine a +2 or a +3? Yep, same again.
Our initiative aren't in the turn order right now, or our tokens aren't in the turn order.
Cool.
I have entirely too much hair.
I disagree.
I know.
I did about a week ago.
I'm trying to grow it out. I kind of hate it. It's already asymmetrical because that's how I had it cut before.
Wow,
Yeah,
these guys
getting-
have not rolled below 14 on their initiative.
We're all dead.
One that
Oh,
got a
one of
5.
them got a 5. Okay.
Never.
But everything else is going before us.
Not 2 of them are going before me.
Okay.
I'm quick. Quick monkey.
Everyone else is going before the bulk of the party. Well, I guess arguably you're the bulk of the party right at the moment.
Wait, where is Zeodor's token?
It's
Underneath
Koku's
Koku.
Koku's just in the same
Oh.
space, but the layering is
Okay.
has Koku.
I was gonna
Can I
move.
fix that? I'm just shuffling things around, see if I can.
Oh,
Nope, I can't.
okay. I'm gonna move Koku just for a second so I can grab you without.
Oh, sure.
I think I can send that to back. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, perfect. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted.
Yeah, it actually looks really cool too, since yours is transparent.
Yeah.
All right, Jack and Mina, are you able to put yours in?
Yes, thank you.
It looks like Zeodor has like a winged backpack, which is how I envision Koku casting the jump spell looks.
Nice. Okay. So let's go ahead and put this in order. And let's see. How do these guys work? Oh, cool. So this thing is gonna crawl over here, and it's gonna on this. It's gonna lash out with its tongue at Jack.
Oh, gross.
How far away?
It has a 15-foot reach. So that'll be a 19 to hit.
Son of a bitch. Oh, wait. I don't know how hard to hit yet. I'm not blowing a shield on that.
Okay.
Yeah, just
So you are going to take 6 piercing damage, and you are grappled.
Oof.
And then at the end of its turn, it's going to try to reel you in. Give me an athletics check.
ooh, hate that.
Get reeled in, I'll cut its tongue off.
Fuck. 11?
It beat you with a 12.
Ah,
Oh, actually, it has athletics proficiency, so 13. So you get reeled in.
Ugh. They're real gross.
All right. Next is Elfari.
The fairy's gonna go here, and he's gonna multi-attack punch that gross thing.
Okay.
That would be a. Let me just double check.
I was like, man, this fight shouldn't be too bad. We can just lure them all into here, and we'll just kind of meat grind them down. No.
nope.
Well, I got a 6 and a 6, or sorry, a 6 and an 8.
Those
It's a hit.
are
Oh, sorry, not a.
misses.
It was a. Yeah, I rolled bad.
Yep.
I have plus 6 to hit, but I rolled it was actually 11. Sorry, and a 9.
Those are both misses.
That sucks. Oh.
Oh. Oop.
Ooh, indeed.
All right. Is that your go?
Just kind of gives him that side-eyed, like, Han Solo looking at fucking Chewie Pistol. Just like, I know, right? Really?
Are you done, Elfari?
I moved and I punched
All right.
twice. Yep.
This one's gonna try to lash at you with his tongue. He got
where we
a 14 to hit.
Yeah, that gets me. I have AC 13 right now.
All right. 5 piercing, and you're grappled. Have some sort of grapple emote. Ah, there it is. Cool. Or I guess, I don't know. I guess it would be on you.
Yeah, I am grappled. He is not.
He's grappling.
Yeah.
And then at the end of his turn, he's going to try to reel you in. We'll do an exposed strength. Or
I
athletics.
have a 14.
He got 19.
Boo.
You're reeled in.
They're gross and they're strong.
Don't like that.
I rolled poorly.
This guy. Oh wait, what was this word? Neat.
Don't like that.
This guy is gonna move up to bite you, I guess. Okay, so yeah, that's just normal attack. It's a 16.
16 will hit, yeah.
For 3 piercing damage.
Alright.
And then this one, how far can they move? 40.
I need to bring up the stream so I can look at all our hit
2,
points.
3, 4.
Luckily, we did take a long rest before this.
Zeta.
Yeah, I already lost like half of that.
Yeah. Fuck with gross meatballs.
Ooh. 22 to hit. My dice are on fire
Okay,
tonight.
yeah, that'll hit.
3 piercing damage. And grappled.
Don't love it. I love that even less.
End of turn, he's gonna make an opposed strength.
Yep.
Oh, he rolled a 6.
Oh, holy crap! I have a chance. Got 4.
Oh my god!
It was a small chance, but hey, you know.
It was a pretty good chance.
It was a pretty good chance.
It was like
No.
a 75%
The moment
chance.
you said I have a chance, it was a small chance.
Fair enough.
All right. This one's gonna hop on over and bite at you. He misses. It's only a 6 to hit.
Good.
This guy is gonna jump over on a fairy. Fairy monkey. That's a 19 to hit for 6 damage.
I am still an ape.
Um,
Ape fairy.
This guy, the eyeball. Cool. Cool. So he's gonna move up to here, and he's going to, the eyes are gonna all like
All 3 of us.
open wide and flash out around him.
Yep.
I need a wisdom saving throw.
Fuck.
Fuck.
Come on, don't fucking fail me.
10?
Okay.
9.
Okay.
12.
Nina
Cool.
runs.
I'm gonna use my inspiration and re-roll that actually.
Peace, boys. Good luck.
There we go. 25.
All right. So Jack and Zeodore.
Yeah.
You're going to take 15 psychic damage.
Is that after
Aren't we
vulnerability?
vulnerable to that?
I believe you are. Huh.
Oh,
Fuck.
does that wait, how's vulnerability work? Is that double damage?
Yes.
I think so.
Okay, I'm at 0.
Yeah, I just went to 8.
I went to exactly 0. I was at 30, I just took 30 damage. I'm at 0.
Cool.
That's not
That's
the
a
word I'd use, but
No, it is
Yeah.
cool.
Deeply uncool is maybe the phrase I was thinking.
Start rolling up Smith.
you're not dead. I have healing I can do as an ape.
And you've got.
And you got a thing to heal him too.
I know. I'm making jokes here, guys.
I understand.
Next
But you're
is
deadpan as hell today.
this little guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's gonna move up and bite
God
a
damn
fairy.
it, Meatball, get out of my life.
Nom, 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 nom.
Oh,
that's
fairy's a
miss.
vegetarian.
Well, no,
Alright,
but
Jack.
Okay.
I don't like beef.
Okay. First, we're gonna second wind.
Then, second, will first wind.
So that's 10 hit points.
Nice.
She's gonna be
Man, the D&D Beyond extension does not refresh fast enough.
then
Yeah.
Yeah. It was still showing Zero at full health.
Maybe he got better.
Yeah, sure. DM says I got better. That means I'm better, right, guys?
Yeah, full health.
And I'm gonna chug one of my potions of healing. That gives me only 5, but oh well. Need those right now.
Oh shit, I forgot to move over to the combat scene.
Now
I should have done that a
going
long
to
time ago,
action
actually.
Surge and Thunder Wave.
Oopsie.
These 4.
Sounds good.
At 3rd level. So they can all
Wait,
give me those con checks.
what was your 4?
Hmm?
Which 4 targets? I thought it had to be
These 4.
I thought it was a box with you centered on one of the faces.
No, I think it's adjacent. Though I might be thinking of
If there's 4 shoots out from you, each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you must make a Constitution saving throw.
The cube's point of origin lies anywhere on the face. Cube's size of the cube included in the cube's area. Okay, so yeah, you can. Okay, cool. So yeah, they'll target those 4, and they make a
Con save.
con save. All right, let's start with the Eye of Madness.
Yeah, don't like that name.
Okay. I mean, it seems effective. It got a 6.
Nice.
This guy got a 17. This one got a 19. And the last one got a 21.
Okay.
So that's 2nd level.
I'm guessing at 3rd level.
Do you have a 3rd level slot?
Sorry, 2nd level.
That's what I'm
saying.
saying.
16 damage before reductions.
Okay. So since these guys are
Incorporeal.
kind of,
And they take
they have
half
special rules.
because they passed.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. So the one failed, so he'll take his normal half, and then the other ones passed the save, so they'll take half of the half.
The Eye of Madness also gets
Fucking
pushed back,
hate these
right?
things so
Yep.
much.
Which direction would you like to push the eyeball?
It's away from him.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's straight back.
Yeah.
Straight
Those-
back.
Okay. Cool. I wasn't sure if he had the option to push it off to this, like this way.
Only 10 feet.
Oh, 10? Oh, okay, right. It's a 15-foot thing. Cool.
Alright, that's me.
All right. The other eyeball thing is gonna open one of its center eyes wide and focus on Ilferi, and a beam shoots out of its eye. That'll be a 17 to hit.
Yeah, you got it. I should have
Um,
turned back into regular.
Hey, maybe you will now.
Well, I will. I only have 1 hit point as that for.
All right, so that's going to be 9 psychic damage.
So 18 psychic damage. I'm at 7.
Fuck, I keep forgetting I can get people up with display of heroism.
Oh, that's right.
Mina?
Alrighty. I'm gonna stay exactly where I am and shoot at the big eyeball thingy that Jack blasted backwards. Bang bang. Fuck. 16 to hit and a 10 to hit.
Okay.
Nope.
All right.
A 17 and an 11.
What ammunition are you using here?
Magic.
Cool. The first one hits.
Okay. 9 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Then my third shot is an 18 to hit, and the ammo's not magic.
Okay. It seems to go right through it. Doesn't do anything.
Okay.
Theodore? Or, sorry, Mina, were you done?
Just run.
No. I'm gonna action surge. Can I dump my bullets and reload my gun with all magic ammo?
Yeah. I'll allow it.
Okay. Alright, that's my turn.
Right.
All right, Kogu hides behind Mina. Zeodor makes a death saving throw.
Okay.
Natural 20. Natural 20.
I got half of that. How's a natural 2?
That's
At least it's not natural 1.
it is not a natural 1. That's yeah.
Yeah, that's my turn.
I was like, oh, good, it was a 10. Oh, that kind of half.
I'm done.
Yeah, I was just thinking of where this thing's gonna go.
Up its own butt. How about that?
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
Cut straight to hell.
Jack, it attacks you and misses with a 14.
Damn right it does.
All right. Top of the round. The one that has Jack grappled is gonna gnaw on him a little bit. It misses somehow. I don't know. Does it have advantage for grappling?
No, we just can't move.
Okay, cool. Then it misses.
It just chews on your arm.
It goes to bite at you, and it you just yeah.
Can't get through
It
my
doesn't-
gun.
I mean, it doesn't want to bite its own tongue. So,
Ilferi.
okay. I am a bird now. So, bonus action, I'm going to heal Zeodor for 4 hit points and 2 temporary hit points.
Woohoo!
Okay. All right. Well, I'm awake now.
And then
You also have a sense of paranoia being this close to the eyeball right now.
I do.
Yes.
Okay. I can't move though. So, I'm just paranoid. That's unfortunate. Shoot. Really need hit points. But I just used my bonus. I'm going to pull out a potion and heal myself. Because that's what potions are for. For 9 damage.
Nice.
Unfortunately, that means I didn't do anything else. Which might be a bad thing. Well, I'm done.
You guys also noticed that some thick vines are starting to grow around the entrance to the room, and a rune in the center starts to glow green.
Okay.
The entrance, as in here.
Yes, and also here.
All right. Maybe we should get out of this room if we can.
If any of us
Significant if at this point.
Yeah.
Okay. Ilferi, the one that has you grappled. 18 to hit.
Fuck, that's my AC.
3 damage.
3 damage? Okay.
Rolled minimum. Over you.
Yeah, the little meatballs don't seem to do a ton of damage.
Yeah, they're mostly for maneuvering. 14 to
Making
hit.
sure we can't. How much?
14.
Miss.
All right, Jack, you're getting attacked by this one. Uh, 14 to hit. Wow, they just keep rolling the same number.
So since that one attacked Jack, does that mean it dropped its grapple on me?
Yeah.
Get out.
Are you? Oh, did you get a heal?
I healed him, yeah.
Oh, I missed that. Well, whatever.
That was my bonus action, was to heal him.
Well, this
I'm
one's
at
gonna.
4 now with 2 temporary hit points.
This one's gonna try to jump on you, Zeodor.
Don't do it.
It rolled a 12 to hit.
It does not hit.
Shit.
And then this meatball spider is gonna attack at Harry for 12 to hit.
Miss.
Eyeball man. Oh, well, Ilferi, give me. Oh, I forgot to do on your turn, so I guess it just doesn't happen. Let's see. He's gonna. He has a range attack, so I guess he's gonna just target one of you randomly. Mina, you're getting attacked with a range attack. It has disadvantage.
Okay.
This would be a 17 to hit.
Fuck.
Oh shit. Ilferi,
Yes.
when I did the I-beam last time,
Uh-huh.
it's actually force damage.
Oh, that's wonderful news. How much was it?
It was 9 because you doubled
Yeah.
it to 18.
Yeah.
Okay, I will heal 9. That's amazing.
There is a follow-up attack that can do psychic, which is what I was reading, and since I forgot to do it that time, I'm not going to do it. But Mina, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, no. 6.
All right. You're overwhelmed with visions of dark waking nightmares. You're going to take 7 damage.
doubled to 14.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Next is this guy next. Hill Ferry. 14 to hit.
No.
And then Jack.
Okay, how fast are these vines growing?
You probably have to slip out now if you want to get out.
Okay. Fuck.
Just try to drag it with you if you have to. You
Uh,
only gotta move like 5 feet, right?
if you're grappled, you can't move. Your movement's set to 0.
Oh, shit, right.
Okay.
So you gotta try to break the grapple and then run. Or, yeah, that.
Can you use a shove action to end the grapple? Or does it have to
Yes,
yeah,
shove would
grapple
work.
ends because if the grappler is forced to move, it automatically breaks the grapple.
Okay. So you can use your action to escape with strength or acrobatics, or you could try to shove them.
Yeah, I just don't know if Jack's gonna leave Zeodor and Ilferi here.
Zeodor is getting out. Don't worry.
Okay.
I'm awake. I'm
gonna
out.
leave Ilferi there then.
Yeah, that I have less of a solution for.
Yeah.
But don't worry about Zeodor. He's awake. He's slippery. He's gonna get out.
It's okay. When the vines close, he can unleash his true power that he used to hide from you all the time.
Okay, Jack's gonna kind of glance over at Ilferi and see if he can catch his eyes.
Sure. I can see you.
Okay, I'm gonna shove the thingy.
Alright.
Is that just an attack roll?
I guess it's effectively the same as escaping the grapple, because it's still
Right.
opposed athletics, but this way they move back.
Yeah, and you can't use acrobatics for it.
24.
13.
Cool.
Hey.
Jack kind of wiggles his foot underneath it and just shoves the thing off.
Oh, I see. The target, so it is still athletics or acrobatics, but the target gets to make the choice. Or it's contested by athletics or acrobatics, and the target gets to choose.
Got
Whereas
it.
if you're escaping a grapple, you get to choose the thing, I guess. Anyway, so yeah, you shove it back. Quack. It
Yeah.
squawks. In indignation.
Righteous indignation!
I'm going.
Alright. You slip through as the vines tighten up.
Could I use display of heroism to pull Zeodor with me?
I believe that's
Have to be
what it's for.
unconscious. Are you? Oh yeah, are you prone?
Prone, yeah.
Oh, it's an action. Never mind.
No, at 5th level it becomes a bonus action.
Oh. Yeah. Can I drag Ilferi with me?
No,
Zeodor with
Zeodor.
me?
I think so. I think that's
so.
how it works.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm
gonna
pretty sure
drag
that's
Zeodor
explicitly what
and
this is for.
Right here with me.
It also brings you conscious if you're unconscious.
You can lift an ally
Save
to
the
the
man
feet
I
if they're
can.
prone, and if you have any movement left for your turn, you can drag the ally with you. Until the
Nice.
start of your next turn, as long as the ally is beside you, any attacks made against the ally have disadvantage.
Yep.
It can also bring them back.
Doesn't it also
from the
give
brink of-
temp HP?
Yeah, so your heroic example also can rouse the ally if they're on the brink of unconsciousness. They can spend. Oh, you can spend a hit die to heal.
I think
Only
Only if
once
That's
they're
per-
unconscious.
only if he's unconscious.
Wait,
I think.
No, I think
your
I
heroic
think I
example
get-
can
I can
rouse
spend a
your
hit die.
ally even if they're even from the brink of consciousness, allowing the ally to spend
Oh,
a hit die
sweet.
to heal. Only 1 point is actually healing. The rest are temporary hit
Got it.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna do that.
Jack meets O'Ferry's eyes, gives him a grim nod, shoves the meatball off of him, grabs Zeodor, and just fucking
Drags him out that.
hurls him out of there.
I guess theoretically you could have also gotten over to Elfairy, but I guess you
Could I have?
Could he?
Yeah, because
gotten
he
to
uses the
Elfairy?
rest of his movement. So he moves 5 feet
Okay,
towards me
then-
and then 25 feet
Oh yeah,
away.
then do that.
Then can I do
makes more
that?
sense.
But
But
is it Ilfairy grappled?
I'm grappled.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let me check grapple. Grapple.
He already used his action to, because he can use an action to try and disengage you from yours, but he used his action to do
Yeah.
his.
The
Unless-
condition also ends if an effect removes the grappled creature from the reach of the grappler,
When you
such as
move,
when they're hurled
you
away.
may drag or carry the grappled creature with you. Yeah, I don't think.
Yeah, the condition ends if you are removed from the reach of your grappler. That to me sounds like you can be force moved away.
But it's not a forced movement. It's being carried.
Is it not? He's dragging them. Is that not a force move?
Because it's not using my speed. The grappled condition gives me a speed of 0, but not him.
It'll be really cool.
I know. I think I want to say yes. Just
Okay,
make sure it doesn't diminish
so
one other thing.
okay.
But I want to say yes. I don't remember what the thing is. No, go ahead. Let's
Okay,
go.
so Jack,
Yeah.
looking around, seeing how fucked this is not gonna let his squad die like this. Works his foot under, kicks that meatball off of him, lunges forward, grabs Ilfairy, hauls him back, swings Ilfairy into Zeodor and knocks him through the door.
Well, you can't grab
get
both
both
of
of
those,
them.
but Zeodor has his own movement.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
As discussed
should
before.
further
Zero's
into
fine.
the
Yeah,
door.
I'll haul Ilfairy and we'll both fall back through the
Yeah.
vines.
Go back one more. Because I, think
think you
that
can,
whole
yeah. 1,
column is going to
2.
be... Yeah, that works. Sure, I'll use a hit die too.
Oh yeah, Jack, you can get a couple further away. You've only moved 20 feet.
Well, I don't want to
change
go.
Oh,
yeah.
but you would take some attacks of opto, I think, for all this.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
gonna take
from
2.
this one,
I
Or
count
3.
4.
this one, this
No, 4.
one,
Yeah.
and this one.
Bite at me, you fucks.
Oh, sorry, 5. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Hopefully they can only bite and they can't grapple you.
No, bite
Usually,
is
yeah.
there.
Usually they can only.
Yeah. All right.
You just also have Sentinel.
First one is a 7 to hit. Next one
Nope.
is a natural 1.
Nope.
Next one is a natural 2. Next one is a natural 4. And last one is a natural 2.
Yes!
I fucking display of heroism.
The shit out of
We
this!
ain't going out like this.
Wow. That was like, up till this point, all of their dice rolls haven't been below 10. And then all of a
Yeah.
sudden, it's just like, I didn't even have to
Payback,
fudge that.
bitches.
Turns out the first time Jack remembers to use his ability, it's fucking awesome.
All right.
Now Zeodor just has to live to his turn.
The eyeball is
It's
going to fire.
Gotta deal with
Fine.
one eyeball.
The eyeball is going to fire at Jack as he slips through,
Yep.
trying to catch him on the, clip him on the backside. That'll be a 18 to hit.
On the money. Shield. Fuck it.
Cool. Yeah.
Yes.
Huh?
Shield.
You're through the door. This isn't an attack of opportunity. This is just
Huh?
an attack on you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He just moved
Yeah.
himself back to where. Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. I'm shielding.
Cool. Mina,
Yes.
it's your turn.
I would like to step forward and grab Theodore's leg and yank him through this doorway.
I'm good. Just shoot.
It's fine. Fuck it. I'm gonna shoot the eyeball in the face, the one that's like directly up above us,
Cool.
from my perspective. That's a 14
You've got to stop using that metal die.
and a 21. Fuck you.
14 is gonna miss. 21 is gonna hit.
4 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then the third one, fucked.
Cool.
It's a 10.
That is a miss.
Yep.
Okay. Theodore.
Bonus action, disengage. 15 feet, stand up. 15 feet, move back. Here, Koku, get these things off of me! Koku sprays this one and this one with acid. They need to make reflex saving throws.
Alright. First one got a... Wait, reflex saving throw. A 17. Dexterity saving throw.
Yes.
Oh, dexterity saving. Sorry, I played 3-5 for a long time, man.
And the other one got a 13.
Okay. It's 10. So the 13 fails. So the one that passed takes 5. The other one takes 5. The other one takes 10 acid damage.
Okay.
I don't think there's a secondary effect.
No.
The secondary effect is that it got 2 targets. Most cantrips don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it also deals less damage than most cantrips.
Alright. As you slip through Theodore, the vines at the entrance to the door seal shut as you notice the glowing rune that seems to... You catch a glimpse that it's Central lights on the 5th ring.
Holy shit, we didn't die.
And you notice
Yeah.
as you slip through, a chasm starts to open in the center of the room
We're in, or the one that they're in?
They're in.
that they were in.
That's
Ah,
good.
fuckers.
You said, hang on, you said 5th ring?
Yes.
I got a 14 on my religion.
That would
We
be-
already had a 5th ring. It's
well,
Urim.
No, that was a mistake,
Oh.
right?
Wait,
No.
then what was that one?
You
'Cause
corrected
you said
it
it
to
was
Urim.
15. Yeah, you corrected it to
Wait.
5th ring.
God
Urim.
Tell you what drink it is.
Mistake.
Fuck them.
1, 2, 3. Okay. Am I just looking at the wrong spot again?
I have no
Or
idea. Look in the train section. Oh, hell,
that lies
but,
on the 5th.
you know,
Yeah, it
pictures
definitely
and
says 5th, but this would be the 3rd.
Of.
So actually, third ring. Huh. Well,
Uh,
let's avoid 3rd ring. What is 3rd ring?
I got a
Third?
14 on
Yeah.
my. Okay.
It is
Ancient name for the moon. Comes from a legend about a sleeping queen of the Fae, cursed to slumber after her soul is captured in her reflection of a bottomless pool.
Huh.
Awesome.
Influences nothing, but reflects subtle clues of people's desires.
I guess their desire was to fall down the needless chasm.
So anybody want to take a rest?
Sure. Yeah.
Short
How
one.
long do we have before those vines aren't there anymore?
We can go back to the entrance.
Yeah, we can go back to the end.
I'm just saying, like, those things were crawling on the walls, so it's not like a chasm and opening up beneath them is necessarily going to devour them whole. And weren't the other things floating?
True. Let's go back
Oh,
to the
yeah.
entrance and take a rest.
Good points.
Zeodor.
Oh shit.
After coming conscious again, you have you felt a lot more paranoid. You feel like there's something out to get you in here. You feel like the walls are closing in on you, like
Got it. Yeah, we should definitely go back to the entrance. Maybe even outside.
I'm not totally opposed to that.
Yeah.
Zeodor is heading back. When he gets near the pillars, he's like poking them cautiously.
all right.
And he's like
Are you guys
sneaking
going
around corners as if he hasn't been in this room?
Are you heading all the way back out to the campsite, or what? Or just to the entrance?
We might as well.
Oh, I was fine with just sticking in room 1.
Yeah, room 1 sounds good.
Do we have a way of blocking off entrances?
No.
The the flame trap actually like kicks on right as Zeodor steps out of the first area there. Just like barely clips him
Well,
on his
I mean,
heels.
I guess there's that, but they're also incorporeal, so.
Oh, I just
But it is magic damage.
I wasn't saying that in
don't know.
response to what you were saying. I was just saying
They
that
didn't seem to
that
be
happens.
wandering before.
No, I know,
so
but it's thinking through.
it'd be okay.
I'm sure they're just there to guard, not to pursue.
Yeah.
Cool, let's take a short rest.
Yeah.
How are you guys feeling? Do you want to keep going here for tonight, or you want to wrap it up a little early?
Yeah.
I think
I
we can
have
do a
to
little
open
more
tomorrow.
exploring. Oh, never mind.
Sorry. Yeah, I have to be done by like
Hey, you're
10
good.
on the dot tonight.
It's fine.
I wouldn't mind exploring oops, I'm on the wrong tab. I wouldn't mind exploring this way, because I expect there won't be a combat immediately to the left, just to like map out a little bit more. But if we have a combat, we'll just stop before it starts.
I like that plan. Is that cool with everyone else?
Yeah,
I
good
can do
for me.
that.
All right.
Ooh, 10 hit
My
points.
healing.
Donate my hit dice.
All right. So you guys are taking a short rest in the first room there.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
All right.
I will spend 2 hit dice.
Oh.
I spent 3 hit dice, but I did not roll super well.
You do get to add your con though, if that's any consolation.
Yep, I sure did
Oh,
add
yeah,
my con.
That's right.
My con bonus is 1. I spent 3 hit dice. I gained 15 HP.
I spent 2 and I got.
I spent 3 and also got 15.
Oh, I spent 1 and got 10.
I got a rock.
I spent 2 and can't do math. I got 13.
All right. So you guys.
I need to look up temporary hit points.
I think they are gone.
I think they go away on a short rest.
Yeah, I think they go
Yes.
after an hour.
No. They unless they have a duration, they last until depleted, or you finish a long rest.
Oh, okay, cool.
Cool.
That explains
so
why
I
they
have.
didn't disappear off my character sheet.
So I actually, because I forgot to add my con to that as well, I have 6 temporary hit points. And
Okay.
my cheaps.
So you guys hold
Kraken.
up in the entry hall here. You don't hear any sounds of pursuits or anything. As noted, the fire trap seems to be active again by this point. But without exploring further, you don't know what else the rest of the portion you've explored may hold.
Let's head this way, and I'll search for those symbols and traps and stuff.
Theodore
give
will also
me-
keep an eye out, but he won't go first.
Give me some perception checks.
Some perception check is a 19.
21.
All right. You don't see any of the rune markings like you were seeing before. There are still like some writing and stuff along the walls as you head down this hallway. And everyone's going together, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we chose the scary hallway first. Jack does not get to choose which way we go next time.
You feel like you're walking for a while.
Yeah.
But then like one of you looks back and you're only like 10 feet away from that starting room.
So
Where
does anyone
where was that
And then-
symbol again?
And then when you turn back around to look, you see that you've reached the end of the hallway, and looking back, you can't see where you came from.
Awesome.
So, is there a glowing rune of a sandstorm anywhere? Someone want to
None of you saw any runes,
something like that? Okay.
but
Oh, I thought we had seen a rune of the. Oh, that was at the stairs, wasn't it?
Yeah, at the stairs as we
Yeah,
walked in.
and we saw the marking, but we didn't see a glowing rune. Like the other ones, we saw
Right,
the
right.
markings warning us, and we saw the glowing fire runes.
and then there's a short bend in the hallway here, and then there's like a leather curtain.
Ew.
I'm going to take another look for any markings around it or on the curtain.
You don't see any of those markings. You do see like some shifting hues of light peeking from around the corners of the curtain, though.
Looks like there's some kind of light back there. Does it look like firelight or like magical light, or
Magical
can't
light.
tell?
Many different colors. Like does not look like it is coming from a fire. It looks like something definitely magical in nature.
If it were magic.
I'm gonna
Theodore's also going
cast.
to be whispering.
I'm gonna cast Summon Fey Spirit.
Okay.
And it will be deceitful.
Okay.
So I'll have that going for the next hour.
And what do they do for you?
What kind of face spirit are you?
It is it's a Fey summon that it has dark vision, it has perception, and it fights. And it can teleport.
Okay.
I thought you had to pick what form it chose.
I chose deceitful. It always can teleport. The special effect or the emotion it is determines what happens after it uses its phase step.
Right. I thought you had to pick like what it looked like
Oh.
satyr or something.
Yeah, it's a small dryad.
Cool.
I think I gave you a token for it.
Like a bipedal one, or like in World of Warcraft for the little centaur girls.
I don't know where it is right now.
It's a
But I'll-
bipedal dryad.
I'll pull it out later since we're almost done for the
Okay.
night here.
Yeah.
She's a tree token. It's the same.
Yeah. Kinda. I'm just summoning it just in case, but I will peek inside.
Okay. A leathery curtain blocks your view of the next room, but a slowly shifting spectrum of light peeks through the floor. When you step through, it takes only a single step, but when you look back, the previous hall seems miles away. Within, most of the vast room before you has no floor. A brief plateau of stone stretches 15 feet before dropping away perilously. A chasm in the center of the chamber separates you from several other plateaus around the room's edge. Actually, let me go ahead and reveal this so you can kind of...
Ooh.
It worked.
Okay.
This looks like a room whose mechanics we'll figure out next time.
Hold on, let me
Ballsy.
finish. Can I finish?
Oh no,
reading
I'm not.
this,
Sorry.
please? A chasm in the center of the chamber separates you from several other plateaus around the room's edge. On the far side, you spot a doorway out, but the path is blocked by 6 dull veils of colored light. 2 wooden stands on the entrance plateau hold a pair of large white stones marked with paint, one blue and one orange. The paint is recent, covering a faded symbol of 7 concentric circles. You can spot 2 similar stands and stones on other plateaus. If you look down, a rough sea of stone spikes stare back at you from the floor 30 feet down. The base of the pit has flooded with marsh water, and something moves down there. The horrid things might have once been centipedes, but they've grown massive and tumorous. A new light flares from one of the far plateaus, and a pair of flashing orbs begin to float towards you, their light screaming through all of your senses. Below you, the centipedes begin to crawl upward.
Yeah.
And with
Right.
that,
So if I remember right from Space Pinball, we want to get to the purple.
and we'll call it
Yeah.
at that point
Cool.
tonight.
I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, this looks like a fun encounter.
We smacked out.
Yeah, it is neat.
Unlike the last encounter.
Yeah, unlike that last one.
Oh.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that was
And you're pulled in and you can't move, and explosions of psychic.
Oh, that's your vulnerable explosions. Here we go. Ow.
Yeah, I got one turn, and it was after we decided to retreat.
So just so you all know mechanically, you've all contracted what's known as distant madness.
Lovely.
Yeah.
And Carter or Zeodor has something else going on with him that I'm gonna tell him in private.
Cool.
Yeah. Bye,
Slightly less
guys.
distant.
Come back next week to watch us die horribly.
He's got closer madness. It's not as far away.
He's got mid-range madness.
Mid-range madness. No, that's just me trying to make a good deck in Arena. Anyway.
Next time we get melee madness, which is where you just start shouting about wave birds.
That was where you go, just like, you start hunting through every junkyard for CRTs.
Yeah, definitely.
I
Alright,
took
folks.
the
If anyone
attack.
wants one, I have one.
I don't want one. Probably for the
That's gonna be
same
a no
reason
for
that
me,
you
Doc.
just have one lying around that you would want to get rid of, but can't because it's too cumbersome and you have no way to get rid of it.
I once had
You
a
could just toss it in
CRT
the dumpster.
TV disintegrate in my arms.
Yep.
Oh, that sounds uncomfortable.
It was.
Carter once smashed his TV onto the floor of the student hall, student center floor.
No,
On
remember the
purpose or on
story.
accident?
You threw it at me from outside the window.
Oh,
Remember?
right. Sorry. And then that happened right after I flipped out of the convertible to grab my hat, right?
Yeah. On the highway. At speed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for joining us tonight, folks.
Thanks, everybody.
It's been a pleasure. I've been really excited to get to this adventure for a while.
I've been really excited to kill you guys for a while now.
Kill.
Every DM
Challenge.
gets excited when they get to throw the powerful shit at their
absolutely.
players.
I honestly didn't know how powerful those things were going to be. I guess it was just compounded with your current debilitation. That really.
Yeah.
Yeah, when that thing did 30 damage to 3 of us at once, that
I
was
avoided it.
kind of fucked up.
I had to use my inspiration, but I avoided it.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. It still dealt 60 damage on turn 1.
Yeah.
It rolled really well on its damage, and you guys were vulnerable to psychic. You should probably not be vulnerable to psychic damage. That would help you.
I'm gonna turn
Yeah,
off
it's
my
almost
mic.
like we're in a dungeon that makes us vulnerable to psychic.
Ain't that like a DM always blaming the player?
Only
And I
a
mean,
few.
to be fair, we contracted it after specifically trying to get rid of it.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, next week.
Next
Next
week,
week,
I'm sure
Ilferi
they'll-
turns his brain off.
Yeah. Good plan.
Mhm.
All right, guys. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.